I say, like, smell this, and I can see she's like, oh, so poor kid. But she's a good guideline for me. I just say, like, hey, smell this, and she reacts. I'm like,
when I had a bit of a look at your website, I was just like, wow, there's like so many products here. So that's why when I put the little the Twitter post out, I was like, seriously, like if somebody's thinking I might just have a little look at the toxin-free space. I mean, they'd land on your website there and just go, wow, I'm pretty much covered. I just buy things from here and away we go. So tell me, so when you changed your products, so with your was it daughter? Sorry, the first baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with your daughter. So when you changed the product to an only natural solution, did that solve the issues that you were having?
Yeah. And I see with my daughter, because we get a lot of people that are very sensitive. And with my daughter still, even some natural products, if they have essential oils in them, some essential oils she'll react to. Not react to, but her eyes get watery, and she's like holding back sneeze. Like, she's incredibly sensitive to scents, I would say, anything that has any scents, but not on her skin. She doesn't react to it anymore, but I can see that something in her body still reacts to certain scents. Not everything, because I have skincare on and I'm perfectly fine next to her. But sometimes if I have something new, I say, like, smell this, and I can see she's like, oh, so poor kid. But she's a good guideline for me. I just say, like, hey, smell this, and she reacts. I'm like,
or tester, just kind of gas her with some.
Test it on my daughter. That's going to be on all my products now.
Yeah, no animal testing, just my daughter.
yeah, just my kid. But no, it definitely helped. It helped a lot.
Yeah. Because I know I've got to say, and I hope my wife doesn't hate me for this, but like, I think that we're pretty good, like, from a eating sort of, from a nutritional perspective, pretty good. Trying to get better. We know, like, she's quite into it, so she knows more than I do. But like, I think we're on a journey where we're trying to head into a bit more of a all organic path. Like, I have. I don't know whether you've got to see it on here, but like my skin, for example, like, it's kind of, it's a bit out of focus. It's a bit sort of like just deteriorated. And then this, like the thumb sometimes, just sometimes these fingers, they go really bad. And it's just, it gets quite painful actually, because it goes sort of all the way back to like the nail sort of thing. And I just, like, I saw someone the other day, because also my toes have some issues going on. So, like, and they said, oh, are you using it's soap? And I was like, well, of course, I'm using soap. And they're like, oh, you need a soap-free, product. I was like, oh, okay, right. Like, I'm an active guy. I think I need something that's going to be able to, like, deal with my my sweat, my underarms, and what have you. So, Tell me, what's the state of play in that particular area at the moment? Because I know I grew up in Belgium, which is quite a hippie sort of place. So there were a lot of people getting around the place who definitely, I think, were going the toxin-free route. But you could tell that they smelt. They did not smell. They did not smell good. So I hope it's improved a lot. Where is it at now?
I think it's come a long way, because it's becoming way more mainstream. Now, like the other ones, for example, they work with bicarbonate soda, so it's a natural product, but it's it helps incredibly well for any scents, because people clean with it. Like, it's something that keeps scents away, so it works very well. We've got, like, even from the other ones, we've got a wild range, so that's a range that most men actually use. And it has a lot of bicarb in it, so it's a very it works amazing. Like natural deodorant, I have to say, we really test our products for a long time before we take them on. And some brands we haven't taken on for sure, because if they don't like if it doesn't work on me, like I'm quite an average person, like then it won't work on someone who smells more stronger. Like my poor husband, he has tried so many of my things that I've tried on him. So we just test it all out for a long time and only then take it on. But no, like natural skincare has come such a long way. Such a long way.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I imagine it's a two-part process, right? I mean, there's general hygiene in terms of cleaning and what have you, and then you've got like a deodorant type thing. So if you've got those two things sort of working in harmony, then you're probably on a good track.
If I can say, like, it's really about taking a little steps, and it's with everything, because we have a lot of like our products, so we try to have them natural as well as sustainable. So that's what we do. Okay. So for example, if you talk about your soap, we won't have a hand soap that has, for example, SLS. So what makes it foam? That dries the skin out really well, and that could be what causes to see what soap you use. You can have the ingredients together. But so what we then do is we have a natural soap which doesn't come in plastic either, but it's only made out of oils. So it functions as a normal soap, but it doesn't have the drying ingredients in what makes it foam that much. But they do still foam. So they just have a natural part that foams it now. So it's really about taking little steps. And what do you use the most? Like we always say, like start with your deodorant. It's under your arms. It's so close to your breasts. You shouldn't have aluminium in it anymore. It shouldn't have any synthetic fragrances in it. And just away like that, like, okay, what do I apply on myself a lot? And then you can go into the kitchen and see, like, okay, I use this dishwashing liquid, which probably has something in it too that reacts to your skin, as I can see. So how can I change that? So it's really about taking just little steps and take it easy. Don't be too hard on yourself, but just take it easy and try one product at a time.
Yeah, I think that's good advice, because maybe some people, like, and I can already see it in my brain, just kind of thinking, okay, grab all the products, chuck them in the bag, throw them down there, get all the other stuff in.
Because that's also not sustainable, right? Like maybe the better way is, like, if you're finished with your toothpaste, then have a look at, like, when you're coming to the end, okay, instead of buying that again, have a look and what is another alternative that I can use.
How much truth is there in, and this is kind of where I was going from the nutrition perspective, but how much truth is there in the story of your skin being like a big receptor? So I guess, ultimately, you might go, hey, I'm going to be all like kind of healthy, toxin-free. I'm not going to be using products that are going to kill the good bacteria in my body. But then you're blasting around the house with, like, different cleaning products and things like that. You're then just getting on your skin, and you're coming into contact with the things that you've just cleaned with all those antibacterials. What's the current school of thought, I guess, in terms of how receptive your skin is to things coming into your body from what you've got in and around the house?
Yeah, so your skin is actually your largest organ that you have. So that's everything that you apply on your skin, they say between 60 and 80% gets absorbed into the skin too. So that's really a lot. So even if you think about sunscreens, mainstream sunscreens, if you look at the back what's in it, if you put that on your skin, like, it's normal that people get rashes from it and so on. So you just have to know, like, what you put on your skin, you will absorb too. So personal care is always a good one to start to go toxin-free. But like you say, if you're then spraying a room mist in the room or in your toilet or whatever, and it still lands on you, it just has the same effect. So you have to see what's your priority, hey? Where do you want to make the first change?
Yeah. For me, it would definitely be this sort of issue with my skin, and like, I know my mum, she has the same sort of thing, so I'm blaming her for some hereditary caminess. And I've got a mate who, and I won't say his name, but he gets really bad dried out eczema and things like that. And his partner's quite into, like, healthy food and trying to eliminate a lot of the toxins. So she'll probably be quite interested in this, and I guess the advice that you have to share. So so take small steps. Don't think you have to do it all in one go. What about the price? Because that's something else that I'm in my brain. I'm thinking, okay, is this going to be like something that the average person can afford to do? What are we looking at price comparison wise on most products?
So I think also because when I started, it was also one of my important parts is like, how can we make it all affordable, but without losing the quality? So when I started it off, I really looked for not the products that are the prettiest, but the ones that are the most effective and have a good price point. Because often it's you pay for branding, right? You pay for if I'm an upscale brand, then I'll make it look with a golden line on it, and you pay more. So I really started off not having any of these brands on, and I wouldn't say I still have any of these even. Like I really look at price point a lot because I want it to be affordable for people. And I think it's also because it's becoming more mainstream. You see that it is becoming more because the demand is increasing.
Yeah.
So you can see the pricings. I find it like any soaps and things are really getting very similar to any other soaps.
Yeah.
Skincare, I would say, because they don't have any filler. So what often products do is they add lots of water in it, or they add any synthetic fillers in it, and natural products don't have that. So instead of water, they often add aloe vera juice. So that's so much more expensive. Like saying to them, their whole range, the first ingredient is aloe vera juice. So if you look at your ingredient list, the first one listed is the one that has the most in it in the product.
That's it. Yeah.
So instead of water, they use that. So you already see like it has way more concentrated the product, so you don't use as much. But it will cost you a little bit more because they don't put water in it. So you're not paying for water either. You're paying for a product that will really help and benefit your skin. So it's a bit more expensive. Some products can be, but they're often way more concentrated, which means you will use much less. Much less. Yeah.
Now I'm going to do something that's probably going to make you and some of the viewers cringe, and my wife included. How bad is this? I've got a little bit of an addiction to these Monster cans. I've got to get my sleep and alcohol consumption balanced out, I think. So this is part of the problem.
I would say they're pretty bad. What about a green tea or something? It also has a tea in it, and
I need to transition. I walked into the Moffat Beach Motel because Diana there, she's going to be a guest on my Monday show, which is Mondays at Moffs. And it's really, I mean, you could have been on that show too, but I kind of like the idea of having you on Changemakers instead. Yeah. Because I consider anybody who's doing something that's helping us to be healthier and live longer and more comfortably to be a change maker. So yes, but I walked into her motel one day just to say hello and introduce myself, and I had the Monster cans with me, and she gave me a bit of a little lecture, which I appreciated. So if you're watching, Diana, I appreciate the lecture. I think she was talking about green tea, and I was like, okay,
same. What about green tea?